In this episode, we're going to discuss a big campaign with Noah Kagan where he spent $1 for email signups on Facebook. Hello, marketing fanatics. Welcome to Big Campaigns, where we interview marketing experts about one big marketing campaign success, or maybe a failure, maybe a combination of both. I'm Mark Fidelman of Fanatics Media. Joining me is Noah Kagan, founder of Sumo.com, and was the 30th employee at Facebook. Welcome, Noah.
What up, Mark?
So we just had a great conversation, and we're going to play some of that in the podcast. So if you're interested, and a reminder, this interview is a podcast as well. Listen to it at the link below. Okay, Noah, tell us a little bit about yourselves in case our audience of marketers, for some reason, doesn't know you.
What up, Fanatic? Do you call them Fanatics?
Fanatics marketers, yeah.
What up, y'all? One of the early people at Facebook, did product management, did director of marketing at Mint.com. They got bought for Intuit by a lot of money. And then I've started a few companies. The two ones that I help run today are AppSumo.com, which is a Groupon for geeks. We got about 1 million subscribers. We promote cool deals for entrepreneurs and small business owners. And then we run Sumo.com, which is free software to grow your email list.
So Noah, let's jump right into it. The big campaign that we're going to talk about today. How are you getting $1 for an email sign up on Facebook for your sites?
I've actually found AppSumo is a relatively successful company. Sumo has done really well, and the majority of that is from email list. And email is the best medium for growing a business. I've never seen anything like it. It's the only medium you can control and scale and talk to your customers without some algorithm change screwing you up. And so I have a personal site, okdork.com, and as a marketing tip, it's actually one of the best ways you can grow a professional business is having a personal brand or personal site, because people can trust you more and trust your recommendations versus like some random entity. And so I wanted to continue to grow my OKDork mailing list so I could promote Sumo.com and AppSumo and my YouTube channel, my podcast, and I found email, paid advertising is a great medium for that. Here's what was really fascinating, and there's a big takeaway from this. My homepage had a 15% conversion rate. The click-through rates on it, though, were garbage. No one wanted to click an ad to go to a homepage and sign up for something like that. But my articles, so I had a Tony Robbins article, and I had an article with Tim Ferriss and a few of these other articles, and I basically looked at what are my most viral articles or most popular already on Facebook, and I advertised those. I was getting an almost 10% click-through rate. So I was getting very cheap clicks, but the conversion rate was junk. The conversion rate means no one wanted to actually join an email. They wanted to read an article. And so I said, all right, well, what can I do? So here's the critical thing that every marketer needs to get better at. What is working, and then how can you do more of it? What is not working, and how can you do less of it? So my thought was, how do I take that home page and turn it into the article page? So I get the conversion of the home, but the click-through of the article. So what I did is I did a thing where I made an email opt-in after about 1/3 of the article. So you read a little bit of the article, but about 1/3 in, it's like, hey, give me your email if you want to continue reading.
Wow. Or
skip here to continue reading. And my conversions went up a lot. So my CPA, I literally went from around $50 to around 20, 15 to 20. And I was like, okay, this is getting good.
Yeah.
Then I added a list builder, an exit intent pop-up. So I don't want to be too annoying. And I have the pop-up show after a minute. So not right away. So I have the gate. And then after they've even read a little bit longer, it's like, hey, do you sure you want to read another article? And so then I had actually ended up getting it down to around $5. And I was like, this is pretty damn good, because I had the gate on, I had a pop-up on. So now I'm getting the high click-through rates and a decent conversion. But there's always better. You can always do better. So I said, well, I don't think people actually want, and then, so this actually was really fascinating. I'm getting $5 email signups, and people always brag, they're so cheap, and I have so many emails. But what most people are missing is I don't give a hoot about how many emails I have if they're not good quality.
Yeah.
I hate abstracting it to that level. It's people. I want to get people that are interested in hearing from me. And if they don't want to hear from me, there's no point in doing that marketing activity. At all. So the two things I did that were really helpful, and this will go to stage 3, which is where I'm at now, and then I have a stage 4 that I'm implementing this week. I did two things. So one, I uploaded the email list to Facebook Audience Insights. And I actually saw that a lot of these people were women. And then I uploaded my current list, and all of my audience is dudes. Like, if you're not a 25 to 45-year-old guy, don't listen to me. It's just not, you're not going to like me. I know it. And so it was interesting because I'm like, well, I'm getting $5 and that sounds so great. But then the second thing I did, which was really fascinating, was I went and looked at every single person's activity once they signed up for my newsletter. And almost everyone from these ads was unsubscribing or not doing anything. And so even though you're getting $5 signups, you're wasting your money.
Right.
And plus, a lot of them were women, which is not my target demographic. So I was like, man, this is a waste of money. What do I do? Then I thought of a restaurant. And what happens at a restaurant? A restaurant is you get a great dish, you enjoy your meal, and you're full, and then you pay your bill at the end. You know, like, all right, I'm going to walk out. What I do now is that I target very narrow audiences for relevant articles. So I took my Tony Robbins article and I targeted Tony Robbins, only showing it to men in the big 4 countries, US, Canada, Australia, UK, that are between 25 and 45. And I don't ask for any email. So now I just say, go enjoy the meal. You have a great time. And then what I do, though, is that I do retargeting to an email opt-in page. And the email opt-in page plus the original click is around $1.85 to $1.15 for the actual CPA, cost per acquisition of a person to join my newsletter. And so stage 4, which I'm experimenting with, is that I might just try to do direct ads to an opt-in page, which people are like, we know that, no, we've heard this before. But I think it's understanding the process and the logic of, all right, well, that worked. How do I tweak that? That worked. How do I tweak? And how do I tweak? And how do I tweak? And understanding the logic there is actually almost even more valuable than just like, all right, well, they do landing pages. I'll just copy that. I like to think about focusing on the essentials, where if you order any dish on my YouTube channel, if you order any dish on OkDork, or if you order any dish in Sumo, that it's a great dish. Because if you go to a restaurant and you have a bad dish, there's a lot of restaurants out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot. And the same thing for the internet. It's a big ass place.
Right.
We're all very distracted. And so when you come, I want you to have only great dishes. And so people are like, how do I know it's a great dish? You can look at it from a few different ways. One, what's the share ratio? So for how much traffic, how many shares are you getting? Secondly, what's time on page, or what's your bounce rate? So if people go and you're getting a 90% bounce rate, probably because they didn't really want to see anything else you have. But if you have a good appetizer, I know when I have a great appetizer, I'm like, I can't wait for the entree, and I can't wait for the dessert.
Yeah. Noah, how do they get a hold of you?
If you're in podcast world, Noah Kagan Presents. If you're on YouTube, Noah Kagan YouTube. If you're trying to grow your business, we have 2 products, appsumo.com, free newsletter where we promote deals twice a week, and then sumo.com, which is the software that we built for AppSumo, which is our free marketing software to grow your email list.
Excellent. Thank you again, Noah, for being on the show. Really appreciate it. And we're going to have another one of these in the next couple of months, I can tell.
Dude, you're the man. This was great. I love that. It was like, boom, just the meat.
That's right.